after he talks about this crux of it, he goes into another further discussion. But he then brings up a really fascinating piece of argumentation, because he says, look, us Jews in Poland, we're living up on a certain latitude. We have a certain climate that we have that is not like the land of Israel, nor even for that matter like Rabbi Cairo when he wrote his Shulchan Aruch. And obviously his predecessor, the century prior in the same land of Poland, Rabbi Ezra, was writing that there are certain reasons that they don't do their things. He says, look, we're in colder climates than necessarily those who are closer to the equator. He doesn't use that language, but that's the way we would talk about that. He says, look, it's not the same. You know, when we talk about harvesting things, planting things, taking root, okay, fine. You want to be closer to the equator, you can do that earlier in the year. We're in Poland. That's not the way that planting works.
Right, meaning in our circumstances where we have to plant within cycles that will run more afoul of the Chadash laws, for us, it's a real shat hadachak. It is that pressing circumstance. In other places, they're growing where this issue doesn't really come up as often. Right. But he's saying the local dynamics that we have to deal with, I mean, for us, it very much is a pressing circumstance that calls out for a heter, for a leniency.
Mm-hmm. He says, look, in the lands in which we live, Poland, surrounding countries, the cold that is around us and the weather we have, it goes on past Passover. Okay, you're in Turkey, you're in Israel, that's wonderful, Shalom Yisrael, but us, we're in Poland. Like, this isn't something that we can handle. The way, grains only take root. It's not like they had silos for like years and years, like, probably we have in America, but in Poland in the 17th century, we literally rely on these grains. And it's funny, like, he literally could say, like, we eat these grains. This is what we use for baking, for bread, for pasta, for X, Y, Z. No! He literally mentions beer. And yes, this is Polish brewed beer. Fun little prop. But, it's fascinating that this is specifically the argumentation that he uses.